You know how I talk about the primitive brain and the sophisticated brain? And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you got to go check out my podcast, Weight Loss for Women Over 40. I really dive into the mindset of what's going on in your primitive brain versus what's going on in your sophisticated brain. I like to call that your prefrontal cortex. Anyway, I saw an article and I honestly don't even remember his name. I believe it was a doctor that was trying to explain this amygdala versus prefrontal cortex, your primitive brain versus sophisticated brain to kids. And I love the analogy that he gave. He was talking about a house. So in his version, he was talking about the amygdala or the primitive brain being the first floor, and then the prefrontal cortex being the upstairs. So I have a different take on this. And using his analogy, think of it this way. I want you to imagine that your primitive brain, your amygdala, is the basement. And then I want you to imagine your prefrontal cortex or your sophisticated brain is the first floor. So your primitive brain wants to stay in the basement. It wants to stay in the cave. It wants to stay safe. It wants to hunker down. It wants to basically stay there and preserve itself. It may come out every now and then to kind of hunt for food, but it goes right back into that basement. It likes the basement. It doesn't want to go anywhere. It has no dreams or aspirations. It's literally survival mode. The upstairs, your prefrontal cortex, your sophisticated brain, is light and airy. There's lots of windows. There's lots of good things happening. There's a kitchen where you could cook food. There's an office where you can create things. Maybe they have a painting room. Like there's a bedroom. There's all kinds of nice things on the first floor. That is where your dreams and your ambitions live. So when you are looking to lose weight, you want to spend more time upstairs on the first floor and not in the basement. Okay, yes, most people nowadays have pretty nice basements, but we're talking about the crappy basements. We're talking about the very primitive, looks like a cave, don't want to go down there. There might be a ghost or two in there. There might be some childhood traumas lurking down below, which there probably are, big, small, and in between. Don't live in the basement. Live on the first floor. Live in your prefrontal cortex. Live in your sophisticated brain. Go after those dreams. Go after those aspirations. The more time you live in your first floor, your prefrontal cortex, the easier it is to achieve your dreams. The basement is where all the scary stuff happens. Fear, the negativity, everything. First floor, positivity. Lots of light, lots of sunshine, lots of ambition to go after your goals. I hope this analogy helped. Let me know in the comments if it resonated with you and hit that follow button if you want more like this.